So, big week here in the Commonwealth. They have it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal for the kids and the university, but they've caught U of L in some shenanigans. I guess that's probably all I better say, or the feds might be after me. So down goes Patino and Jurich. So that's a shame, but it makes for good news, or it makes for news around here. So we were watching that intently. 9 days until Judgment Day. Our Judgment Day is next weekend on Saturday. We're going to start running trucks at about 8 a.m. Sign up is any time before that, so registration is now open. We have 3 classes. We do a work stock class, we do a 2-6 class, and we do an unlimited class. And I'm going to talk about the 3 classes just a little bit before we get started today. Our work stock class is just that. It is a work stock class of trucks that have the stock turbo on them. And by turbo in our rules, we have it spelled out that it's a stock appearing turbocharger. So what that means is it has to be the turbo frame that came on the truck from the factory. If you make any improvements to the wheels inside of that turbo or to the housing or anything, as long as it is the stock housing, the stock comp housing, stock exhaust housing, and it is the stock charger that came on the truck, any of the other modifications that you make to the turbocharger are okay. So it's a stock appearing turbocharger. Our 2.6 class is a 2.6 inducer turbo. No spray in 2.6, no nitrous, no drugs in it at all. And then our unlimited class, is run what you brung. Twins, triples, spray, no spray, whatever you want to do. All right, guys. So again, registration is open on that. Classes are kind of starting to fill up. I don't remember. Last week I didn't get the number as well. I think we've got 35 in stock. Our number is 35 in stock. We have 20 in 2.6 and 15 unlimited trucks. I think that's right. Diana, our pulling truck, really not a whole lot to tell. We've got a lot more of the ladder work done on the frame. We have got the rear end in now, getting ready to finish buttoning it up, but it is rolling right now, so we will be getting it off the rack, maybe putting a motor in next day or two. And that's what I've been doing literally all week this week. I've been cleaning the shop, just trying to get ready for it because we had a lot of projects in there going on. So it's been a very hectic week for sure. Sales right now we've got going on. One of the biggest sales we've got going right now is we've got free shipping on transmissions from Suncoast. That is to and from, so shipping of transmission to you and also shipping of your core back. Suncoast is paying for that. That is a huge savings. It's about $600, so that's one of the sales that we're running right now, so check it out if you're in the market for a transmission. GB's got a really good injector sale on the 07.5 to 2012 Dodge 6.7 injectors, coming 6.7 injectors. You're getting 6 injectors and 6 feed tubes. I think the cost on it was $1,635. I know it's $1,500. Yeah, I think that's right. $1,635. $1,600 or $1,500 on the full set of 6. The GB Reman 6.7 injectors. So really good injectors from GB there. Good stuff. Industrial Injection has got 10% off of their turbos right now. That's most of your fat shaft, super fat shaft, the Viper series, Silver Bullet series are 10% off of those turbos right now. So that is a huge sale as well. So you want to take care of that. Those are a couple of really good sales that we got going on going into Judgment Day week too. So Thursday morning training, we really didn't do a whole lot today. Just talking about what we needed to get done out in the shop to be ready to go. And for us, it's quite a bit yet. So I wish the camera was mobile because I'd totally take you out in the shop and show you what I've been working on all week. So I'm going to try to get to some of these questions. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late getting going here. So Matt Mahan, I think, is first. What's up, Wade? What's up, Matt? How are you, man? Eric Carpenter said, air dog or fast? What do you prefer? I got an 0124 valve coming stock. I've talked about this quite a bit. I don't really have a preference between the two company brands. They're both lifetime warranty. They're both easy to mount. They both will increase your filtration going to your truck. They're going to increase the efficiency of the fuel going to your truck by separating the air out of it. You can literally just toss a coin up in the air and pick one. Either way you go, it's not going to hurt you. Josh, we will see you there too, man. Have a safe trip coming in, brother. Gupil Fabrice for a fleece. I don't know what that means. Owen Hooker. Hello, Owen. How are you, man? Louis Serafani. Sorry if I botched up your name there, bud. I have a 2012 6.7 Cummins EGR and DPF deletes air intake and H&S Minimax. I tow 10K a few times a month. I'd like some professional insight on where to go next. Obviously want to be careful with the trans, and maybe trans is next. I'll be honest with you, Lewis, trans is going to be next, and it's going to be probably your most expensive step that you're going to be taking. But the 6.7 Cummins doesn't, as everybody knows, the 68 RFE transmission is not the best transmission out there. There are a lot of things that you can do right out of the gate to increase line pressure that is going to increase the longevity of the transmission. You can do a full valve body upgrade that we have. Several companies offer that. And a torque converter to increase line pressure. You can use electronics to manipulate the line pressure. You have some capability to do that with tuning. You also have some standalone products like the ATS Copilot that can do that. Increasing the line pressure inside of the transmission is going to go a long way into helping it live and not having those 5-6 shifts. So a couple of things to look for there, but yes, I definitely suggest you do a transmission before you go any farther, Lewis. Alex Burke, will a Keating machine tappet cover with 2 lines going off of it to a catch can be enough for the crankcase vapor pressure to escape? O1 Cummins going to P-pump it. Yeah, I think that you're going to be fine there. I mean, obviously, under high boost applications, you're probably going to get some lines blowing off the catch can and whatnot. I don't know what I can really tell you as far as that goes, Alex, of just maybe running the lines right out the back of the truck and what you're going to care about how much oil residue that you get back there. But, man, it's really going to be probably just up to personal preference of what you're going to want to do. And it's going to depend on how much boost you're running in the block, too, as well. So, Patrick Steffner, can you fit a 4-inch downpipe on a 97.3? Thanks. Patrick, I'll be honest with you, man. You're really not, number one, you're not going to need it, but that OBS wall, I think the 3-inch or 3.5 inches is as big as you can get back there, two-piece most of the time. You're not going to want any more than that, brother. Brandon Meek joined. Hello, Brandon. How are you, sir? Aaron Ferguson, what transmission would you recommend for my 6.7s? My goal is 850 horsepower, so 48 RE swap or keep and build my 68 RFE. Aaron, that's a really good question. We actually were talking about that today out in the shop. The 48 RE is going to be a really, really good transmission. It's going to be a lot easier transmission for you to tackle builds on your own. At 850 horsepower, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to be actually doing some of the transmission building yourself. You're going to delve into it at some point. My suggestion to you is probably just go ahead and do the 48 because it's a little bit easier trans to work on. Now, if you go the 68 route, you have to understand the inner workings inside of the 68. At 850 horsepower, man, I'd say you go ahead and take your money and you go start working towards a 48 swap, Aaron. I really do. I think that's going to be the best advice that I can give you, brother. Good luck to you. Matt Mahan, again, 04 Cummins, 5.9 6-speed industrial injection, 60 or 100 horsepower injector stock truck. What do you recommend? Matt, if you don't have an upgraded CP3, I don't recommend you to do either one of them. Depending on what tuning that you've got, a 60 or 100 horsepower injector is probably going to overwhelm the CP3 pump. Probably going to do it even if you've got tuning that's not pulling much duration whatsoever. My suggestion, buddy, go ahead and upgrade your CP3. Give yourself some good groundwork laid down there, and then do whatever you want to do as far as your injectors go, brother. Corey B. Craft, can you walk me through what I need for building my 04 6.0 transmission? Corey, automatic transmissions are the bane of my existence, brother. I'm terrible at them. I know just about enough. About an automatic transmission to get me in a lot of trouble. Some of my guys would probably more than likely to help you or will point you in the direction of it. We've got some really, really good manuals that are coming out right now from a few companies, because right now build-a-transmission kits are so popular, or transmission in a box. We can definitely get you some step-by-step instructions. There are a lot of manuals out there on transmission buildings for the respective 3 transmission platforms. Allison's got some really, really good manuals out there. The 48s have got some good manuals. I'm sure that the R100 transmissions have got manuals too. So you might want to look into that, buddy, before I messed you up for sure. Brett Ricketts joined. Hello, Brett. Asked Brett about his wedding. He's getting ready to get married, so everybody tell Brett congratulations. Corey McGuire, will a Flow Pro downpipe for a 2013 Cummins fit for the 14? Corey, I don't see why it would. I believe so. Yes, sir. John Killatherms, I'm sorry if I messed your name up, buddy. Do you know of a good business that supplies rebuilt ECMs for a 2002 Dodge Ram? Thanks, John. We get that question all the time. As a Cummins dealer, I can sell you an ECM, but a lot of the Dodge dealerships have a problem programming it with global. I don't know why that is, but that's what we run into time and time again with a Cummins ECM. My suggestion to you, as bad as you're going to hate this, is number 1 or number 2. 2 things do, and I don't suggest the first one. Number 1, if you're in a money pinch, you can start searching inside of the junkyards to find one in a junkyard, but you've got to get your year and trans specific to get the right ECM. You can't put a 9899 ECM on a truck that does not have a crank position sensor. It's going to be screwy as all get out. Can't put a standard shift on automatic because it won't fuel right. Now, that's a money crunch. You're probably not going to be able to find the ECMs in the junkyard anyway because they're in such high demand. Choice number 2, you buy the ECM, the Cummins ECM, directly from Dodge. When you do that, make sure you work in the deal. Hey, I'll pay you X amount of dollars for this ECM, but you're going to have to flash it for free. They usually bite on that every time because you're looking at $1,200 to $1,500 for the ECM. Good luck to you, John. I know that sucks, man. Probably time to go ahead and P-pump the truck. Jared Snyder, I have a 2015 Chevy Duramax, and I've been thinking about putting a different turbo wheel on it. Is it worth it? Will the wheel be balanced for the turbo right? Any gains? Jared, a couple of different things there. We get that question about the balancing all the time. I can tell you this: the wheels themselves, they are balanced before they ever leave the machining facility. They are a balanced piece themselves. Now, when it goes on to a turbo assembly, there are many arguments that are made out there every day. Is it balanced at that point? I'm going to leave that to your interpretation. I truly am. I can tell you this much: of all the wicked wheels and bullet wheels, billet, I can't think of what the name of it is. I apologize. We've sold here. I have never had anybody call us back and say, "Hey, my turbo's out of balance. It's eating out my thrust bearings." It just has not happened. So, not saying that it won't happen to you, but I don't think that you're going to have a problem with that. The good thing about a upgraded wheel inside of your turbo is you're going to get a little bit more airflow in the sweet spot of it, so it's going to move a little bit more air around. It's going to be able to move more air at that point where you're really making your most power in just the sweet spot of the truck. So, if you're looking for just a small upgrade, I would suggest it. It is difficult. You do have to take the turbo off the truck to correctly be able to put the wheel on. So take that into consideration, Jared. Good luck to you. If you've got any questions on it, please let me know. Sean Sakaski. Golly, you guys have got some awesome names right now. I apologize if I botched anybody's up. Sean says, I have got a check brake system light go on when I crank over. My 2010 Ford F350 diesel goes off after engine starts. Battery original. Could be a low voltage on startup. Might need new batteries. 7 years old on batteries. I have no brake problem but that I know of. Just a red light on startup. Sean, I'm not real sure, but I'm pretty sure most all of your dash lights should come on startup for the check light sequence. Now, I don't know that for sure, but if the light was not there before and it's coming on now, then that's definitely an odd thing. You might want to check it for ABS codes. The ABS computer is its own computer system, so check it for ABS codes and see if anything pulls up. Maybe it's something as simple as a wheel speed sensor, brother. Good luck to you on that. Nick Schultzman, best injectors to put on a 6.0 Power Stroke 07 air filter programmer wicked wheel and turbo. I want to put injectors on there so I can get a little bit more power out of it. Nick, there's a lot of different sizes on the Huey injectors that you can go with, but you don't want to overwhelm your Huey pump. Do a little research on that. Usually a light 25 to 30% over nozzle, as long as it is not a huge body on the injector, shouldn't overwhelm the high pressure oil pump. So my suggestion is to you is to go light so you don't overwhelm the high pressure oil pump. Jacob Papanow. Thoughts on a twin VE pump, dual feeding injectors on a 12 valve with a split exhaust manifold, winning true twin plausibility. Oh my gosh, having to time that operation would just be really, really good. Dual feed injectors, I would say, Jacob, honestly, that you could probably find some dual feed tractor injectors out there. Change the opening pressures on them up just a little bit, and there you'd have it. You could probably just convert the thing over to a 7100 frame pump, save yourself a whole lot of headache, brother. Jake Irwin, I've got an 0659. Do you think it'll spool a 472 110 housing on 150 over stock CP3? Jake, I don't believe you're going to get on top of that one, brother. I really don't believe you're going to get on top of that one on stock CP3. Nathan Snyder. Hello, Nathan. Jim Wilcox is here. Jim's probably here to fuss at something that we're doing. Brandon Shaw. Hello from Ohio. Hello, Brandon. How are you, sir? Josh Wesley is here. Josh Wesley is a great American. Joe Martin. Q&A with Wade is my favorite. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate that, man. And ever since we talked about me EFI Live on my 06 comes, I went ahead with it and gained 2 mile per hour day one. Thanks for that. Hey, Joe, you're very welcome, man. I'm glad that you were able to gain from that. That's what we're here for. Matt Cruz, best upgrade for a 13 6.6 Duramax, looking at the fast system. Definitely a fuel system is going to be a good upgrade for you, Matt. I like that. Fast, Air Dog are both good ones. There's some really good tuning out there for the LMLs as well. So if you're just now starting into your journey, Matt, good luck to you, man. I think that you're going to have a lot of fun with it. Kevin Schaefer's here. Hello, Kevin. How are you, sir? I see Adam has put I see Rob's here. Rob, hello, brother. I haven't talked to you this week, man. Hope everything's all right. Adam has put the link up for the Judgment Day. Wanted to talk just a little bit on that right now while we got a break in the questions. Judgment Day, we also are going to have a show and shine. Last year we had tried to do a tug of truck, which really didn't work out too well. But we're going to do show and shine this year. Trucks, I think, are going to start kind of lining up for show and shine about 10 o'clock. I don't know what time we'll start judging, but I think we're going to start judging that a little bit later in the day, a little bit later in the morning, per se, to let the trucks get there so we can get to them and be able to take care of that. The guy that's over that, his name is Tyson Flannery. Tyson does a really, really good job. He is basically a professional at cleaning trucks, so if there's anybody that's going to be able to help you out with your truck on our show and shine, Tyson is going to be the guy for you. Adam asked me if I'm recording. Adam, thank you for reminding me. Now we're halfway in because I just now got to check it. But yeah, I am recording, so Jim's getting a video out of this. Let me go back through some of the stuff here. Don't miss anything. And Elizabeth just called me. We don't want to answer with Elizabeth calling. All right. No, that's it. Talking about some of the things that we're going to have at Judgment Day. We're going to have about $30,000 worth of raffle giveaways in product, trips, and whatever not. Yeah, there's going to be quite a bit going on that. Owen Hooker, any deals on turbos or CP3s on Judgment Day, buddy? Owen, if you come to our Judgment Day, I've never got to meet you. I know you're a good dude. You come, we'll get you into something, whatever you need, brother. Nick Burnett, 04.5 Dodge. I needed a new torque converter, so I got the ATS 5-star. I know I need a valve body. I'd like to stay with ATS, but I only see racing and towing. Don't do much of either. Which one should I go with? Nick, that's a really good question. You don't really any of the upgraded torque converters aren't necessarily only going to be for racing or truck pulling or anything like that. They're going to increase the efficiency of your truck. You're going to be able to get a little bit more out of your transmission and get a little bit more out of the valve body that you've got. The ATS 5-star is a really good torque converter. So if you're thinking about that and that's the one you're going with, you're making a great choice right there. ATS is a good company. They make a great torque converter. So definitely go ahead and pull the trigger on that. 17 Cummins 2500. What are the top 3 must-haves? Top 3 is tuner, intake, and exhaust modification, man. For sure. You're going to love the truck. Brian Patton, Bedford, Indiana. Good place for good Americans. Richard Stanley, 2006 Duramax PPE programmer, no cat, no muffler, thinking about deleting EGR, thoughts looking for better fuel mileage. Richard, I don't think you're going to get better fuel mileage necessarily out of deleting the EGR, but it is going to clean up your engine compartment, so long as your truck is an off-road only truck. So yeah, Brianna, exactly. Elizabeth can't get to it. She just can't figure out Thursday at Q&A time. Thursday, 3 o'clock. Elizabeth, don't call me. 2006 Duramax, and so it's got the PPE programmer on. But Richard wanted to say a little bit more about that too. Your programming is probably not going to support the EGR delete, so you may have to back out and go a different direction there. Good luck to you on that. If you need something, give us a call, man. Alex Roy Nelson, that's a good American. What's the best way to set up a 1996 12 valve for higher altitude? Just moved from Indiana, Colorado. I have the star wheel turned up a bit and whatnot. Tried to turn it down, but still smokes like crazy at a green light. Alex, you're going to get that. The aneroid in the California pumps are set up much more differently for the altitude there, or I'm sorry, for the California trucks. But at your altitude, golly, I've lost my mind. At your altitude, you're really going to need as much more turbo as you can possibly get. So you're doing the right thing by going ahead and playing with the star wheel and trying to figure out where your low boost fueling is. You're going to have to start working with your timing now, so you can get the fueling coming in at a different point in your throttle range. So start working with your timing, Alex, and I think that's going to get you where you need to be. Joe Moore. Yo, Wade, I sometimes still think we should put a turbo on my 16-horse Kubota. What's your thoughts? Absolutely, Joe. I think so, too. I think we need to take an exhaust pipe off another Kubota 3-cylinder, and we need to get some sort of small frame Garrett turbo and get it on that sucker. We will mow the yard with quickness. Elizabeth, it's all right. No problem. Clayton James Blank, I have an 04 6.0 Power Stroke. Has a billet flex plate 6.0 torque converter from BD. I didn't know you could do 6.4 torque converters from BD for the 6.0s. I learned something. I'm sorry. Transgo shift kit running SCT tuner. Should I turn the shift firmness on or leave it to the Transgo? You know, Clayton, that's a really good question. I never really thought about it. You're increasing line pressure and you're changing the shift points with your valve body. If you're happy with the way the truck is doing right now, then probably wouldn't change anything. If you're going to change the firmness with the SCT and you're going to change shift points, I don't think that you're going to get what you're needing out of the tuner or what the tuner options give you based on what the valve body is going to do. So basically what I'm saying, I think mechanical is going to overrule electronic on this one. I think you're right there where you're going to be, Clayton. I think you're in good shape, man. Nick Burnett said, why isn't Adam helping you with Q&A anymore? I don't really know why, Adam. I did a couple of these by myself, and then all of a sudden Adam stayed up in his office, but he's behind the scenes. He lets us know what's going on. If one of you guys have got a question and I forget it, he's down here in the messenger and he's telling me that I forgot it. Hey, dummy. So that's it. And he's still there as Horsey Man. So Jacob Hudson, 15 Cummins 3500. Don't want to add power, just interested in deleting the emissions. Is there a comprehensive kit available, or what would you recommend? Jacob, I would recommend, if you have a off-road vehicle, you can definitely look inside some tuning options that are no power options but give you the off-road capabilities. Chris Huffines, 1167 Ford, half throttle feels like full throttle. If you go past, you start losing boost. What? Wait a minute. 6.7 Ford, half throttle feels like full throttle. If you go past, you start losing boost. Checks for leaks, tune, all deletes, new low pressure pump. Chris, I don't know what you got going on there, brother. I'd like to know a little bit more about your truck. What is your actual commanded fuel rail pressure? What are you getting? Any codes out of it? So there's a couple of things that need to go in there. Brendan Napick, 2015 Cummins Fuel Lab lift pump is losing pressure from 18 psi to 12 psi once it's been running after 20 minutes or so. It's the 200 GPH. It only does this when it's warm. When it's cool, I don't have a problem, so I figure it's bypassing fuel and heating up. What can I do to cool the fuel, and where should I tap the line for a cooler? Your fuel cooler, you can actually put it on your return fuel going back into the tank, and that's going to overall cool the fuel coming out of the tank. So that's how it's set up on a Duramax. Chris Hatzman joined. Hello, Chris. How are you, man? Hope your little one's doing all right. This could be Brendan, this could also be a problem with the pump. You might want to start watching the amperage that the pump is drawing when it heats up there. Check that amperage, and then you can get with us or get with Fuel Lab, and we'll see what we can do to help you. Okay, I think that's a good stopping spot right there, because we've got about 5 minutes left, and we'll just kind of close this out. All right, so again, I just want to go over Judgment Day. Registration is open. Absolutely, please get registered, and that way you don't have to fool with it on the morning of Judgment Day. We've got about $30,000 worth of raffles to give away. Come out, bring your family. We've got food here that you can purchase. All of our food proceeds go to help the less fortunate. I don't know, forgot who we're giving to this year. I don't think they've told me. Maybe they did and I forgot it. But all our food proceeds go to help the less fortunate. But we do have food here. It's a good, fun family atmosphere. You're not going to get any hubbubaloo here. So we try to make it safe and enjoyable for everybody. It's been going on a long time. We've got a cast and a crew from obviously that come just about every year that have turned into friends and what we consider family. Always good to see them. If you guys are coming from far away, we'll be glad to have you, and please be careful on your trip in. Early that morning, it's a little bit hectic. We're going to start running trucks at 8 o'clock now, so we're going to let the sun get up before we kind of start running. We have never had a rain out, but there is a possibility of a rain out for us. If we get an absolute monsoon and we feel like there's a chance that it could compromise our dyno, we will shut the operation down, but we hope that does not happen. There is no backup plan for a rain out. If we rain out and you haven't run your truck, we'll pay back whatever that we have to the people that haven't run. If people that have run, then we'll distribute the winnings from there. The vendor row is at our new warehouse, which is right beside of our shop over here on the other side. So we've got a lot more room this year. We have changed where you're going to be pulling in. If you guys are watching this and you've been here before, we're going to be pulling in right straight off of Rockwell Road into the field. So don't forget that this year. We will have that flagged off where you're going to be able to see that pretty easily for you. So getting down to crunch time, guys. 9 days. We'll talk more about it next week. As always, if you have a question on anything, please reach out to us and let us know. My number directly at my desk, 859, it's on the screen here, 859-355-9002. You can always give me a call, leave me a message on my voicemail. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, thank you all for watching. Q&A is something we're really looking forward to, and look forward to talking to all you all. If you need anything, let us know. Check our sales out this week. Have a safe weekend. Go Cats. Bye, Wade.